No, we're gonna give everybody just about 30 more, well, about a minute or two to get on. I hope everybody's had a good week so far. Just gonna give a couple of updates. I'm not gonna be able to see everybody's comments, so I might have to go back through them and read them. So forgive me, I'm trying to use a platform so that way we're on YouTube as well as Facebook. So if it's coming in a little different, bear with me. Have some technical, not difficulties, but technical improvements. So we're trying to do some things. So if I don't get a chance to see you or your comments, I will go back through them later and ask questions or answer questions if somebody puts it in here. Just wanted to give everybody some updates. Good evening, Miss Davis. Thank you for tuning in. Um, I want to thank everybody for giving me just a few minutes of your time. I try to do updates every so often so that way people kind of know what's going on outside of the obvious. A lot of the information is in the newspaper, and a lot of it is on our Facebook Live once we go to council meetings. But I wanted to make sure that you knew about some of the things that we have coming down the pike, as well as some of the projects that we are currently experiencing right now. So without further ado, we'll get started. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. First, I'd like to start off with a moment of silence for about 15 seconds for the victims of the heinous crime in Buffalo, New York. Everybody knows about that as far as the victims. So we want to take a moment for the victims and their families. So give about 15 seconds, please. All right, with that being said, thank you for indulging me in that. I would like to extend congratulations to all the graduates for their achievements, their accomplishments, for what they've done. We have many graduates from the high school level, from Allisville High School, from Pickens Academy, from all across the city of Aliceville. Also, we have many college graduates, so we want to make sure that we congratulate them. Aliceville High School's graduation, as we all know, is tomorrow at the football stadium at 7 o'clock. So we look forward to those who can participate to participate in that. One of the big things that I wanted to talk about tonight is roads. As you all know, one of the projects that we wanted to work on coming into this administration was to try to improve our road system, our as part of our infrastructure. So what we're trying to see is congratulations on so well, to God be the glory. But the road situation, what we're trying to do is we have a 3-phase project that we're doing with our roads. The first phase of our project is what you're seeing completed now. That phase includes trying to do some pretty much pave all the roads that are in the city limits. There were some that once we mapped out, we did not we didn't realize that were streets and roads, and we had to go back and do some analyzation and add those. We have over 84 roads that are inside the city of Aliceville. So with that being said, our team and we looked at those roads. We're analyzing them as we speak, and we think we have most of the roads all the roads are in the city limits covered. That are actual plotted roads. There are some roads that are not plotted. They have been called roads, but they're not actually roads. They're not listed. So if they're not a plotted road, then we can't make that official. Because this is federal dollars that we're spending. The worst road that we have, which is nursing home road. If you remember, probably this is going to be our second phase. So our first phase should end. We had 120 days or so that it's going to take to do this paving work, weather permitting. If it works out well, then we will be able to complete this project ahead of time. If it doesn't rain, it may be a little bit of delays, but it's about a 3 to 4 month project that we're doing at this time. The second phase is Nursing Home Road, or AKA 17th Street. 17th Street, if you guys remember, we put in for a grant for that road when we first got into office. And so that grant, we were successful in receiving the grant funds, which is good. However, those grant funds take a lot longer than normal funds because there's a lot of red tape that goes out. So that red tape that goes out causes a few delays in the paperwork. There has to be some environmental studies done. There has to be paperwork sent to the state. The Alabama Department of Transportation has to get involved. So that road is going to take a lot more work. And so therefore, paperwork, that is. So therefore, that's why that road is a part of our second phase. And it's looked to be completed no later than September, weather permitting and paperwork permitting. So again, the majority of the city is in the first phase of completion. The second phase of completion is our 17th Street. The reason why is because that saves the city over $300,000 or about $300,000. So instead of trying to pay those fees out of the city's funds, we're utilizing grant funds to make the payment for these roads. So that's the reason why it takes a little more time. It'll take a couple of more months, but it will get paid. So I don't want people to believe that the road is not gonna get paid. Our third phase that we're looking at is roads that are concrete can't be paved over. So because these roads that I'm talking about that can't be paved over are roads such as the one downtown. So downtown Main Street, we're not going to put asphalt on top of downtown Main Street because it's concrete. Once you put asphalt on top of concrete, all it does is crack, and it makes it to look bad in less than a year to 3 years. And this is a project that's going to have to last us for quite some time. So with that being said, we will be trying to find some grants to recreate downtown. What we're looking to do is try to get a grant to get some cobblestone or some different type of texture to put on top of that concrete that won't be as disturbing as that asphalt will, and it'll create another look downtown. So we are going to put in for some grants to get it. Don't know if we'll get it. We're going to try. But that is the plan that's the third phase of the plan for downtown. So the downtown area is going to remain concrete just like it has before. That's why they didn't pave it in the past. And that's why we're not going to pave it this time, because it's concrete and you can't pave on top of concrete. Also, the council has been working diligently. I want to give a big shout out to all the council people: Councilwoman Ball, Councilman Wilder, Councilman Gilliam, Councilman Lewis, and Councilman Wilkins, and Councilman Wilder. I want to thank all of those councilmen, because without those councilmen, we wouldn't be able to do the job that we do. So I want to give them a big shout out and thank them for all that they do all the time as they go through their areas of government. The trailer park is one area where we have a lot of issues. We're kind of zoning in on that now. We're getting all those issues. There's an ordinance that was passed in the 1980s, and we're going to give the trailer park some time, the owners some time to fix these issues. And as they fix, if they're not fixed in that certain time frame, then we'll move forward with the action that allows in the ordinance for the trailer park. So we try to sit down and meet with them. They haven't met with us. We tried to do a couple other things and they haven't kind of been receptive. We have sent people who are interested in buying it some information to contact, but we haven't had any buyers that I know of yet. But that is the game plan to kind of press forward with that. As far as going back to the roads, what we're doing right now is a blitz campaign to try to include all of the city limits in. So there are two main areas where the city was kind of just disjointed and not an actual whole city. What do I mean is the Baptist line parts of the Baptist line are not in the city limits. All right. So there's a small corner that's closer to the football stadium. And then those residents who are on Dove Road or Dove Lane, those residents are not in the city limits. So if you know those residents who are on those roads, please, ma'am, please, sir, we need to include Aliceville as a whole. And in order to do that, they need to come into the city limits. And then as they come into the city limits, we will be able to pave those areas because they were incorporated inside of what we are looking to try to do. But if not, then we won't be able to pave those areas because they are not in the city limits. So I've made some personal pitches. I'll be going out knocking on some more doors, handing the paperwork. It's quite simple. For those who are tax exempt from paying taxes on their land, it's not going to increase your properties at all if you already are not paying any property taxes. If you are paying property taxes, I did get an assessment to see what it is. So those people can contact me individually to try to see what they want to do, or they can contact the probate office. On average, it's been about $100 extra to come into the city limits, and that's again $100 over the course of 12 months. So breaking down $100 over 12 months, that's a little over $10 a month, and to come inside of the city limits. And then that would enable them not just to have these roads, but also to vote. So when voting time comes, they'll be able to vote. They'll be able to run for office. They'll be able to be on committees, and they'll be able to do on some other things. So we want to make sure that we include those things out as we go forward. But I'll be personally knocking on some doors. Mr. Kennedy may be knocking on some doors as well. But we want to get this opportunity out so we can expand the city limits to fit the true benefit of Aliceville and the city of Aliceville. I want to thank those who came to the POW World War II event. We had a lot of guests from all over the country. I want to thank the museum director and the boards for doing those. That was a successful event. We appreciate that. Looking forward to great things on the next time. Juneteenth. Juneteenth is the next activity that we are the next day that we'll be celebrating. Juneteenth is a celebration of the slaves in Texas who found out that they would be free. And that this year, Juneteenth is always June 19th, but we'll be celebrating Juneteenth on June the 18th. So that's on a Saturday from 11 to 3. We'll be doing some things behind the city hall, just a small festival type atmosphere to try to incorporate Juneteenth. It is a national holiday, and we want to make sure that we do something to celebrate it. So this year, be looking out for the flyer. It'll be posted probably next week sometime to try to get the word out about Juneteenth and give interest to those. It will be a free event. We plan to have some music there, some information tables there. So it's going to be pretty unique. It's something we've never done before, and we want to make sure that we put forth our best effort. Kind of one of the last few things that I want to kind of give an update on is, please don't forget about the Boys and Girls Club. This year we have been blessed to have a Boys and Girls Club at the city of Aliceville. It'll be just for the summertime. It's $100. It's $25 to register. All right, and it's $25 per month. So the $25 to register, you'll register. There's a link on my Facebook page, and there's also a link on the city website as well. So it's $25 for the registration, and then it's $25 each month. So if you're having trouble with paying registration, there are some things that we can do, but we want to make sure we max out that, because this is a great opportunity for our youth. It gives them an opportunity to have summer enrichment as well as summer activities. And I don't know any place you can go to and get $25 a month for a good meal, a good time, and a safe environment for our kids. All right. Youth soccer want to appreciate Coach Jones. She's doing a great job. Want to thank all of our parents who are doing what they're supposed to do. And youth soccer is taking off with a blast. We're doing some good things with youth soccer, And I think that it's important that we engage our youth and make sure we give them activities outside and inside to challenge their minds and challenge their limbs. So that way, when they get home with mom and dad, they're tired. So we want to kind of keep that going. And those are the hot topics that I want to kind of emphasize today. I didn't want to be too heavy. And like I said, I'll go back, and if somebody kind of got some questions, I'll make sure I answer them. I can see some of them, and I'll go back through some of them now. Miss Walker. Yes, man, we are going to go back with road bumps. One of the problems that we have now is people want to speed all the time. So I've given Chief Jones to go ahead. Not that he needed it, but I've emphasized it. We're going to be lighting folks up. If you want to treat Aliceville like it's a speed track, then we're going to give you the ticket that you deserve. So we will be putting back speed bumps in strategic areas. As funding allows, we will put the speed bumps back by the Food Fair building, and we will be putting speed bumps on 3rd Avenue. At some point, we'll be putting speed bumps on 4th Avenue and some other strategic areas to make sure that people can't get a running start and try to use these new roads as a speedway. But again, the police gonna be out. They're gonna be issuing tickets, and it's just gonna kind of be what it is. Don't come to court saying I didn't know I was going so fast. I urge you. This is your warning. I'm giving everybody in the city of Aliceville a warning now. Don't speed, because when you speed, you get pulled over. Please don't call me, because I'm gonna give you some opportunities to work off your community service if you can't afford to pay the ticket. All right. So, but we are going to go back with speed bumps. And yes, ma'am, Ms. Montgomery, thank you for tuning in with us today. Ms. Clark, thank you for tuning us. Hey, we trying to do what we can and be good stewards over the taxpayer dollars. Because that's what we are assigned to do. The things again that are coming up is Juneteenth. I talked a little bit about that. The 4th of July, we wanted to have 4th of July fireworks, but the closest way we could have fireworks, it would be about $15,000 for a 8-minute show. So we only budgeted about $4,000 or $5,000 for our fireworks show. So we were in the deficit for about another $10,000. So we're gonna not pay $15,000 this year, and maybe we're gonna try to do something next year. And increase our budget now that we know what it is. But the price on everything has gone up so high. Last year, $5,000 would have got us about a 10 or 15-minute show. But now it's $15,000. So we apologize for the 4th of July. We won't have the major fireworks show. We may still do something, but it's not going to be the pyrotech show that we were trying to do. Talked about the Boys and Girls Club, talked about the roads, graduations. The last thing I want to leave you with is not graduation, but all right, thank you, Ms. Poole, for tuning in. Thank you, Ms. Shear. All right, we're all working together as part of this teamwork. We are having voting for the primaries. So please, ma'am, please, sir, remember from 7A to 7P, we will have primaries at Aliceville in the Aliceville Armory. So we ask that you tune in or go and vote if you're registered to vote, exercise your right to vote for your candidate of your choice. I'm not endorsing any candidates. I'm not doing all that stuff on this page. This is just information to put out to say, hey, make sure that you go and vote, get yourself informed, so that way you can make a good decision, an informed decision. The last thing is I want to encourage people to continue to get involved. We've had a lot of people to get involved lately, and that's good. If you want to get involved, there is a place for you. I have a number of board slots that are open. I have a number of tell Miss Davis afterwards, send me the Pee Wee football team contact information. I wanna talk to them about something, so please send that to me. Miss Davis, please make sure you get me afterwards on that. I want to encourage us to get involved with the community things that are going on. I'll post them on my page. I'll try to post it on the city page as well. But we want to get involved. I have board spots open. I have zoning and planning board positions open. I have community planning commission board open. I have boards on the Parks and Recreation spot open. We got a number of boards that have vacancies in them. And I don't want people that's been sitting in there. I would like to get somebody who wants to get involved. So this is your call to action. If you want to get involved with it, please, ma'am, please, sir, join, get involved, get with our program, because again, it's not about me or it's not about individual. It's about the city of Aliceville and making Aliceville the best place that it can be. On tomorrow morning from 10 o'clock, at 10 o'clock, we will have the Senior Citizen Day. So that'll be open to all seniors, seniors as in age wise. So we ask that you come out and celebrate with them. Thank you, Miss Felicia, for putting that information out. But I want to encourage us to get involved. It'll be a lot of opportunities to do that. We are in the ACE program, which is a very unique program. And it's going to take community involvement, not just Terrence Wyndham, not just Councilwoman Ball, not just Councilman Wilder, not just Councilman Gillum, not just Councilman Lewis or Councilman Wilkins. It's going to take everybody involved. This is our city. This is not one person city. So we want to make sure that we get everybody involved on the team, because the more that we have involved, the better we can be. And I'll just leave you with this thought. What are you doing today to make Aliceville better tomorrow? Ask yourself the question. If it's picking up a piece of paper, if it's coming to a meeting and giving your input, if it's giving a suggestion through a message or leaving a piece of paper at work. The reason I say that is because one person can make a difference. So what are you doing today to make Aliceville better tomorrow? So that's what I like to leave you with. I thought of one other thing, and then I promise I'm gonna let you go. I said 30 minutes, and I'm letting y'all go at least 6 or 7 minutes early. We do have an economic developer have hired. An economic developer is contracted out. It is Mr. Kennedy. Mr. Kennedy, as you all know, has a in-depth knowledge about economic development. He served on the Pickens County Commission at one point, I think multiple terms. He's done economic development. He was instrumental in getting the College and Career Center in Carrollton for our students. And Mr. Kennedy is an asset. He has been an asset. His job and responsibility will be to try to help recruit industry, businesses, and to also improve the businesses that we have currently in Aliceville. So we're here to help. He's going to be a resource. He's already been a resource. And we facilitated many meetings with state officials already. It had some positive things going on. So I just want to let you guys know that Mr. Kennedy is on our team. He's a fantastic worker. He'll be working half days in the office most days. And again, he'll be instrumental in getting all the things that we're trying to recruit to come in to the city of Aliceville. I know there's been talk about different stores, commercial stores, food stores, clothing stores, also industry, improving our industry. The more money that people have to spend, the more time they'll spend it in Aliceville. So, and then that's what kind of increases our base. So with that being said, I just want to make sure that I introduced him. We will try to get back more regular with our talks with Terrence, but I wanted to make sure that we got some update and let you know kind of what everything is. But again, it's gonna be a good day in Aliceville, and my blessings to you who all are graduating. I'm proud of you. Can't wait to see you walk across the stage or watch you on Facebook or see your pictures in the newspaper as things go around. But again, it's a great day to be in Aliceville. It's a great day to be in Pickens County. And again, it's great. It's a great day for all of us. It's just a question of what will we do today to help make Aliceville better tomorrow. I think I answered most of all the questions that were on here. I tried to make sure I try to cover it. If there's some that I didn't hit, y'all let me know. But again, I just wanted to tell y'all that. Hope you have a great day, great weekend. Enjoy the weather. Be safe and slow y'all tail down. Don't be speeding in Adamsville. Whoop, whoop. Peace.